Hi, my name is Steve Boston, and I'm a TV producer and documentarian. I recently did a short documentary in Ukraine, and I've produced 2 TV shows, pitched a whole lot more. And I am starting a YouTube channel, and these particular episodes in Ask the People, right behind here, is the basically the ideas that started democracy in America. And why is that? I believe that among many others that democracy is being threatened. Now, when the Republicans and the Democrats accuse each other of being a threat to democracy, that it may have some truth on both sides, but they aren't really discussing what I believe are the real threats. And those real threats are the the corruption in government. Let's just put it simply. The amount of money that's in politics is obscene. We have a democracy, but our candidates are basically selected for us in the primaries. I think it's a Gallup poll was close to 90% of those in Congress who win are the ones who raise the most money. This is not a democracy, because those who raise the most money, for the most part, in vast majority, are not from the people, although those monies are a part. It is from PACs, political action committees that kind of lie outside the realm of direct contributions. And this is a massive amount of money that is donated to these campaigns. So where are the loyalties of these candidates? They're really not to the people. They are bought and sold. This wasn't the original intent of the founders. And democracy, in other episodes I've done, democracy really started in ancient Greece with a direct form of democracy. And then we had the Magna Carta, and we have the Bill of Rights. This particular episode is about the English Bill of Rights, and why am I bringing that up? It's because we really need to go forward into the future with democracy. We have to understand how it began and what those initial ideas and ideals are. I believe we are far from it. In George Washington's farewell address, he warned of not getting involved in the internal affairs of other nations. Well, we are involved in the internal affairs of almost every nation. We are playing a large chessboard with the world to try to influence it to go along with our side. There's nothing wrong with that if it's done through our ideals, but we are far from that now. We create revolutions, we invade. Look at the Middle East, Iraq, Afghanistan, Syria, Libya, now in Israel and Palestine. We have no right to be in those countries, in my opinion. And even in the Russia-Ukraine war, we talk about democracy. That war is not about democracy, people. It is about power and control, and is about trying to limit the power of Russia and then China so we can maintain our dominance. Now, there's nothing wrong with having dominance and power if it's done right, and if people want to copy the American way by virtue of our actions, but not at the point of a gun, in my opinion. So this particular series is about the initial ideas that started democracy, and to think about those ideas and how we are going to go forward. In my opinion, we have to initiate and include a direct form of democracy within our republic, meaning the people decide and can override Congress's laws that we, the people, believe to be unjust, or that we don't believe that we should be going in that direction. We are far off track. So we should have an element of direct democracy now. In the past, they weren't able to technologically. It was too unwieldy. Now it can be done. And so I believe that this is the wave toward the future of having the people the power is with the people. It's a government of the people, by the people, for the people. It's not a government of, by, and for the large financiers, the billionaires, and the cartel of banks that maneuver things in their favor and their interest and not ours. So I wanted to show you this, I think it's maybe a 1.5-minute video of the English Bill of Rights and how that actually then was part of the influence of our founders, because in that English Bill of Rights in 1689, it limited the power of monarchy to protect individual rights and to give Parliament more power to make decisions, to limit the, let me refer to my notes here so I don't forget, it's very important, so that the monarchy could not suspend laws or to limit freedom of speech and raise taxes. That was a very big change in England at the time, in the world, that gave power more to the people through the Parliament in England and the right to a fair and just trial. These are ideas that then started to germinate and began then later in the American Revolution. So please watch this short video and stay tuned for the next video. Please leave a comment on what you think are your ideas of how democracy can be strengthened and fixed, you could say. So please watch this little clip, and we'll see you on the next episode. Thank you.
What do a 17th century English Revolution and the American Declaration of Independence have in common? Well, everything. In 1689, the people of England did something radical. They told their king, no more. No more absolute power. No more ruling without Parliament. And no more ignoring the rights of the people. They wrote it down, the English Bill of Rights. It was like a power checklist. No standing army without Parliament's consent. No taxation without representation. Free speech in Parliament. And no cruel or unusual punishment. Sound familiar? Flash forward almost a century. Across the Atlantic, the American founders were growing restless. The British King, George III, was doing everything the English had once rebelled against, taxing without consent, dissolving local governments, sending troops into homes. The founders weren't just angry, they were inspired. They saw themselves not just as rebels, but as defenders of a tradition England had once claimed, liberty under law. When Jefferson wrote the Declaration of Independence, he echoed the spirit of 1689. Government, he said, should protect rights, not trample them, and if it doesn't, the people have the right to change it. So while America broke away from Britain, the founders didn't discard everything. They took the torch of liberty and carried it forward. The English Bill of Rights lit the spark. The American Revolution turned it into a fire.